Y'all know that song, all you gotta do is say no, actually.
Cause you're so strong, I wanna be so strong. I wanna be just like you. I wanna be just like you. When I grow old, when I grow old.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Becoming Brittany podcast. It's your girl and host, Brittany Morton, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm so glad that you're here, and y'all been rocking with your girl. We on episode, child, I don't even know. That's what episode we on today. But I'm glad that you're here, and as always, I am looking forward to our conversation and our dialogue on today. So I hope that you are ready. Listen, we're growing together. We are becoming together, and I love sharing my life with you all. Hopefully, it's entertaining and it's some stuff that you can learn from, you can glean from, and you can grow from. So today, I don't know, y'all, I've been going back and forth on what I wanted to call this episode because a little song came onto my heart when I was preparing to record this today. Y'all know that song, all you gotta do is say no. Actually, today we're talking about the power of saying not yes, but we're talking about the power of saying no, okay? So today, just say no. Yes, no, maybe. No, the answer is no. So quick story, you all. Y'all know I often talk to y'all about my journey and just things I've been healing and growing from. But I am a recovering people pleaser. PP. Represent. Okay, that was corny, but anyway. Anyway, no, for real, y'all. I'm a recovering people pleaser, man. And that's something that it's just a part of my story. It's a part of my testimony. It's a part of me growing. And it's something I still have to watch out for. But I remember I used to not like telling people no because I felt like I would let people down. I felt like I always wanted to maintain people's perspective of me. I always wanted people to see me as a nice person, as a friendly person, as a kindly person. I love helping people. Shout out to all the people that like helping other people. And I just like being there for people. And so I used to dread every time I would have to tell someone no. Matter of fact, I would avoid it. I would just avoid it. And I would, even though I would have 50 million things going on, would try to find a way to make it happen. So much so that, y'all, it used to run me ragged, okay? I was stressed out. I was overwhelmed. I wasn't happy. All of these things, all because I didn't want to tell nobody no, because I wanted my people to know that I was there for them, right? And so I remember, I never forget this. I had just recently graduated from college, and I was working at the Wellness Center at A&M. Shout out to A&M. And someone came to the front desk looking for me. And so they called me, was like, hey, Brittany, so-and-so's here for you. And, at this time, y'all, I am stressed out, okay? Your girl is stressed, but I'm still going to work, smile on my face, going through. Y'all know how we do. So I go to the front desk, got a little smile on my face. I'm like, hey, what's up? And the guy was like, hey, we want to ask you to be one of our advisors. It was like a dance group or whatever, and they wanted me to be one of their advisors. Well, first of all, I love dance. Like, I feel like I can, you know what I'm saying, dance a little bit. Can't keep up with all the TikTok dances, but I was a dancer. I danced in college, danced in high school, so I love dance. And I loved helping the students, when I worked there. And so at first, without thinking, I was going to just say yes, like, absolutely, whatever I can do to help. But I knew, you all, that I could not obligate myself to nothing else, right? And so I remember being at that place, and I just had to tell him, I was like, and it felt like, Lord, I just felt like I was about to die. I was like, you know what? Thank you for considering me, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it. However, and I gave them, some other alternatives. And I believe it was in that moment that I really started to make a decision that regardless of how hard it would be to tell people no, I had to be more intentional in doing it. So this is what I did, you all. If this is you, what I started doing, since it was so hard for me to tell people no, was I would initially give them like an alternative. I had to like do baby steps to know. Now, I've graduated, to strong no's now. But I didn't start here. Come on, somebody say I ain't start here. But I've learned to what I did. If you're a person like me and you struggle with people pleasing, or you want to be there for everybody, but you got a lot going on, or it's just something that you're not able to do. One of the things that helped me to transition in that area was I would give people alternatives. So it would go like this: hey, Brittany, could you do X, Y, and Z? And I would say, you know what? Nope, I'm not going to be able to do it. However, have you considered X, Y, and Z? Right? I would do that because if I wanted to help everybody down there, it would still make me feel like I was helping them without me having to step away from all the other things that I was doing to do what I knew that I could not do for them. And so I initially started to do that. I would give people alternatives. I would, give them ideas of other ways that they could get it done, that type of thing. And as I started getting more comfortable doing that, then I started getting to the place where I was comfortable and confident to just give people a no without explanation. Without explanation. You see what I'm saying? And so over the years, y'all, I have just learned that my no's are just as important as my yeses. That sometimes I'm not able to say a full yes to everything until I fully say no to certain things. And I think this is so important, you all, because many of us, I know me being one of the first, I just didn't know what it was like to live a life of boundaries. All I knew was what I gave. And matter of fact, all I knew myself to be was the person that gave to other people. I am 36 years old, and I am still learning to this day to receive. I am still learning that my value and my worth is not just in what I can give and how I can show up for others. But what would that mean if I don't know how to give and show up for myself, i.e., and also receive from others what I would so willingly give to them? And so, y'all, I've been on this journey and I've made so much progress, but it's taken time. It's actually taken me some years, and it's something that I'm still working on, of learning how to be confident and being comfortable and letting people know, one, if something's not for me, two, if I'm not able to do it, three, if I'm not able to show up, and not feel bad about it. See, it's one thing for you to say certain things, but it's a whole nother thing when you have to deal with that false guilt and that false shame, and even people that will try to make you feel bad because they've gotten so used to you responding and being so available to them. Now, can we talk about this real quick, because I'm making this episode short. We have to be careful, because a lot of times people in our life, they get so accustomed to us being so available. They get accustomed to you not knowing who you are. They get accustomed to you not living a life of boundaries. And what happens is they benefit off the fact that you're always accessible. Or they know when I call so-and-so, they're going to always do X, Y, and Z, right? And so when you begin to grow and when you begin to switch some stuff up because that's your business, sometimes it's difficult for people in your life to adjust. But guess what? That's okay. When I made some life decisions a couple of years ago to do some stuff different in my life, I lost some people. But if I was okay with that, because if I lost them for the place that I was going, that means that they weren't supposed to be going with me anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? I had to learn how to make room for my life. I had to learn how to make room for myself in my own life. And for the people who are called to go to the next place that I was called to go to, who respected that, who honored that, who welcomed that, who celebrated that, they helped me to know who was supposed to go along with me. So I wanted to give you these couple of things as we're closing out this episode. How are some ways you can tell people no and still be kind? You ain't got to be rude about it, sis. You ain't got to be like, I said, no, you ain't got to do all that. Baby, keep your class, keep your poise. Don't let people get you out of character. You see what I'm saying? But these are some things I was thinking about this as I was preparing for this particular episode, that you can still be kind and be direct. You can still be respectful and be honorable, but have boundaries, okay? You can still be true to who you are and say, you know what? I'm not going to be able to do that. So here you go. Here's a couple of things that you can do. It's not a good time for me. Like, somebody, hey, can you do, actually, this is not a good time for me to be able to do that right now. And you don't have to give any other explanation, okay? Another thing you can say is, thank you for the invitation, but I won't be able to make it. Just as simple as that. You don't have to over explain yourself. You don't have to go into all these details. Baby, if you need some time, that is more than enough reason. If you need to rest, if you need a mental day, if you want a weekend to yourself. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. So thank you for the invitation, but unfortunately I will not be I will be unable to make it. And I would say make it this time, but some of y'all ain't gonna never show up for nothing. So I don't want your lines. I want you to be honest, but you don't have to overshare. All right. Another thing you can say is, I currently don't have the capacity for that. I don't have the capacity. Now, I've had to use this, you all, for some of my relationships, even like with my family members. Sometimes people call and they haven't always checked where you are to even see if you have the capacity for what they're trying to give you. And I've learned with learning how to set boundaries that I could just say, hey, before you even go into that, like right now, I'm currently not in a space, or I don't currently have the capacity for that. But this is something that we can talk about later, or this is something that we can do later. But you got to be aware. I have to be aware of where I am and honor that as well. Another thing you can say is, child, my plate full. I don't know if you want to say that child before that, but just so you understand what I'm trying to give you. My plate full right now. You know, I have a lot going on right now. I'm managing a lot right now. There's some things that I'm working through right now. Those are just some of the ways and some of the things that you can tell people no. And tell people no. You see what I'm saying? And so that I'm telling y'all, I've just been sharing over these last few weeks. I've just been thinking about my journey, thinking about some things that I've learned and have been learning the hard way that has helped me to live a more balanced life, that's helped me to live a life more in peace and alignment with myself. And this is one of those things of learning how to say no. Learning how to put certain boundaries in place for my life, learning how to trust myself again, learning how to listen to what I need and not being afraid to share those things with others, whether they understand it or not, whether they agree with it or not. That's something that I've had to learn how to own. And I want you to I want to encourage you to do so as well. So I hope this has helped you. All you got to do is say no. When sometimes it's not as simple. But I want to help give you the encouragement, the confidence to be able to do what's best for you so that you can continue to show up as your best self. Guess what? I love you. I'm so proud of you. If you haven't even heard it today, nobody's told you. I see you. You getting it done. You putting in the work. And I believe that what we talked about today is going to be something that you can use so that you can have a better relationship with others. Because guess what? You're developing a better relationship with yourself. You better go on with your bad self. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Until we get together again, have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all soon.